Camera makers today really are going to have to pull something massive out of the bag to really get people to upgrade their cameras. Now what I mean by that just now is that if you go out today and buy a very good camera, like maybe not, it doesn't have to be top of the range or anything like that, but if you buy something within the £1,000 to £2,000 range, then you've got a camera which is absolutely fantastic. There's not really much ability these days when people say, oh, should I go with Canon or Nikon? Well, yeah, you can decide on that factor, but it's not like, oh, is the D5100 better than the D7100, blah blah blah, because pretty much all these cameras nowadays are so goddamn good that the only difference between cameras really nowadays is not so much the image quality that they create, but more whether you like the feel of them, whether they have a fast enough shutter, fast enough frame rate, you know, whether it can do 7 photos a second or 10 photos a second. However, needing more than 5 photos a second, you don't really need more than that. There's very few situations where you need more than 5 a second, unless you're doing like loads and loads of super fast sports. And that doesn't mean like if you're going down to the hockey pitch and you're taking a couple of pictures of a local hockey team. I'm talking about guys who are doing like aerial gymnastics or something like that. Then maybe you need more than 5 frames a second. However, I was watching a video yesterday on Dave Dugdale. You've probably all seen his videos. The nicest guy in YouTube, probably. I don't think anyone can ever say a bad word about Dave Dugdale. And he was doing a review, a goddamn in-depth review of the difference between the Canon 6D and the 5D Mark III. Both amazing cameras, and Dave went into a lot of in-depth detail, really looking at the noise performance, the video noise performance, and like zooming in on the image. And the quality that's coming out, and you know, some people will look at the DxO Mark ratings of these two cameras and go, oh, they're nothing compared to what Nikon can do, and blah blah blah. But the fact is, nowadays you're looking at microscopic differences in image quality and noise quality, and most of the time what you're looking at there is the raw noise quality, rather than how much you can get rid of that with a tiny amount of photoshopping or lightrooming your images. So so the point of this thing is that if you buy an awesome camera today, which is anything around the £1,000 region, it doesn't have to be £4,000, and it has the functions which you think you will need. It doesn't have more functions that you need, like Wi-Fi interfacing and weird networking capabilities and all that kind of stuff. But the stuff that you need, like i.e. to be able to take photos and use a flash, cool, then that camera can potentially do you until the grave. Well, until its grave, until it dies. The only reason to upgrade your camera nowadays is once your camera just dies, whether you drop it in a swimming pool, it falls off a cliff or something like that. But there's very few that I cannot see a reason at the moment for upgrading any camera because a new camera's come out with better image quality, because you're looking at the difference between fantastic image quality with pretty much every camera that's out just now and fantastic +1 image quality. You know, it's to the point where you're having to look, zooming into 24 megapixel images, and you're looking at tiny fractional differences between one image to the other to see which one is better. So if a camera's got the functions that you need and that you use and that you want, then after you've got that, you don't really need to think about cameras for a long, long time. Anyway, that's just my tip. Cheers, bye bye.